out of Boulder County, Colorado. Today's journey, Wichita, Kansas. Heading down to the Dallas Cup. It is 30 degrees, warming up. It is early. It's 7:15 Thursday morning. People driving to work already. I'm not used to this. Working from home is nice. I'm still waking up and drinking my coffee. That's my typical day. I'm not a commuter. Anyway, heading out. A bit foggy today. I think we'll drive out of this as we leave Denver. Might get worse as we hit the Platte River and Commerce City. And then we will probably climb right out of it continuously as we head east towards Lyman. And then southeastern Colorado. Kit Carson and Eads and Lamar are down there. And I'm turning somewhere. I think I'm turning left, east, in Eads and heading to Wichita, Kansas, across the southern part of Kansas. Never seen any of it. New adventure on my way to the 2023 Dallas Cup. All right, talk to you soon. We are on the east side of Denver. Made it across 270. We are on 70 heading east. We are about to leave civilization. Wow, I need more coffee. Civilization as we know it. I'm pretty sure as soon as we get up here and 70 meets up with Colfax, we're going to turn east right up here on this bend. The next intersection is E470, the toll road around the east side of Denver. And I'm pretty sure after that there's nothing. Nothing out there. Finding some sunshine though. Had some snowflakes as I crossed the Platte River in Commerce City. That was interesting. Oh, we just came out of the fog. Nice. Good timing to have you with me along on this little bend right here. All right, Colfax is underneath us. It's kind of like Denver's Main Street. It kind of runs through the heart of downtown Denver. It's the old US Highway 40. Ooh, that's bright. That's E470. To my knowledge, on the other side of it, I don't think there's anything. Woo, this car is great on the open highways. It's running good. Haven't smelled any coolant. Coolant hasn't, the temperature gauge hasn't budged. No brake lights, or excuse me, no P0573 brake codes. I have cruise control. I haven't put it on yet. Look at that. There's E470. Oh, there's a couple buildings out here. I was expecting kind of a wasteland of banding troops and marauders looking for fuel. Well, that's more than I thought. Denver's growing. I guess DIA is still out here on our left watching the flight of that plane coming across the sky. All right, we'll check in with you in a little bit when we get to Lyman, Colorado. I'm happy to be out of the fog. It's been 60 miles of cruise control. No issues. We're getting off on exit 363. Heading to Hugo, Kit Carson. Never seen any of this. Apparently there's stuff out here. I was kind of hoping I'd see a Starbucks, but that hasn't happened. So maybe in Wichita they got Starbucks. Maybe there's a Starbucks before we get there. That would be awesome.
Turn right on US 40 East, US 287 South.
Oh boy, what am I in for? We are getting off the interstate and we are taking. Oh God, this is bumpy. All right, here we go. Heading south out of, sort of out of Lyman. We're past Lyman. I thought I'd be going through Lyman. I was hoping there'd be a Starbucks, but nope. Heading on south towards Kit Carson, Hugo. Kit Carson's another hour up there. We are an hour and 30 minutes into this. The Tornado Alley road trip.
Continue straight for 1 hour
there's some
and 12
trees.
minutes to State Highway 96.
All right, thank you, Waze. We got it. All right, be safe. We'll see you in about an hour. All right, it's been about an hour since I got off I-70 heading south east-ish on East 40 and South 287. Coming up on the town of Kit Carson. I could really use that second coffee. What's the chance we got a Starbucks up here? I'm not thinking I'm gonna have a Starbucks. It might be a Wichita afternoon Starbucks. We shall see. Anyway, I just gotta say, this is the smoothest highway. It's concrete highway I've driven. This is nice. Starting to feel a little bit like a High Plains Drifter a little bit. Coming over these rolling hills out in the middle of nothing in this rangeland. I did see some antelope, but what I'm really expecting as I crest each one of these roller hills is the sight of Mad Max and his Ford GT Interceptor with a supercharger poking through the roof. Any moment, I feel like the Marauders are at bay, chasing me down for my fuel. Anyway, Kit Carson, Colorado, still heading southeast-ish. Never seen this in my life. I'm not seeing anything that looks remotely like a Starbucks. Gonna keep on cruising. Heading south. Apparently in 23 miles, I'm turning left somewhere. I think that's Eads, if I remember right. Don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But anyway. All right. Onward. All right. It's been just under an hour since I last turned the camera on in Kit Carson. Heading east on Colorado Highway 96. This thing has been brutal. Between Eads and Sheridan Lake, it was terrible. Potholes, seams. After Sheridan Lake, it was really, really smooth. And then this last 10 miles has been nothing but heavy seams. Even worse seams than back with the potholes. So I don't know, but if you notice on the left and the right, in the last 5 miles, discovered a bit of green. I don't see any irrigation systems. This is all natural. I believe up here on the horizon here, this next hill, my Waze is telling me K96. So I think we're about ready to hit a state line. So I'm going to leave you with me. Never seen any of this Western Colorado. Man, these seams are brutal. Boom, 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 boom. Makes me want to bring the cross country on this trip with the more pliant, bigger sidewall tires, a little bit more suspension travel. It's a little bit softer. This highway, Colorado 96, this is a one-timer. This is brutal. You don't want to speed on this thing. Even at 65, like right now, that's 68 miles an hour. It's just harsh. At least it doesn't have potholes. That first 10, 15 miles of it was brutal. All right, I'm not sure if we're going to see a Kansas state line or not. Might be right up here. Oh, I see. That looks like the Welcome to Colorado sign that's missing. It's Welcome to Colorado. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that. Usually they're the big brown ones with the lodge poles. Out on Colorado 96. Come on, guys. I have a feeling this is the state line right here. I'm guessing. Yeah, Greeley County. Welcome to Kansas. Oh my God, Kansas. K96. Do you feel that? Woo! That's nice. Well done. I don't know how you're keeping your roads this nice, but I'm thankful. That was brutal back there. All right. Talk to you soon. Welcome to Scott City, Kansas. This is by far the biggest city I've driven through on the Tornado Alley road trip, first leg to Kansas. K96 is not disappointing. It is perfectly smooth, but I did find a coffee house, Small Talk Coffee Shop. It is super
Continue straight
tasty.
for 30 minutes to US 83 South, US 50 East, US 400 East.
Hang on, I'm gonna come back to you because they had me going that way before. All right. For some reason, Waze wants me to go a different way than what was originally
Turn right
on the
on East
schedule.
6th Street. Then turn left on Main Street.
So, I'm guessing Waze knows something I don't, because it had me going straight through Scott City until I went and got coffee. And apparently, in the time warp that I experienced in Small Talk Coffee, everything in western Kansas changed, and I now need to go 33 miles south. Okay. More stuff I haven't seen before. Should be fine. Let's get on the highway. Let's get the heck out of here. Heading south out of Scott City, Kansas with
Continue
a coffee.
For 30 minutes
Can't
to
believe I
US
didn't bring
83
any.
South, US 50 East,
It is
US
now
400
green
East.
fields. I have seen, it's mostly fields with no fences. and it's been probably 90% cruise control since I left Denver. Maybe 99% cruise control since I left Denver. We are 307, I think I started at 7 miles, so we are 300 miles into this thing. Something like that. Almost 300 miles since we left Boulder County. Still got over a half tank of gas. Got to figure out where we're going to get gas eventually. I have no idea. We're just winging it. So stick along. We're going to leave Scott City and get back out on the open plains. Still open grasslands, high plains drifting. So be safe. Woo! Hour 5. We are now 361 miles out of Boulder County. We just left Garden City, Kansas not too long ago. We have a 38-mile-an-hour wind, steady, coming out of the south. So it's coming from your right to left. Look at that tree bending. Woo! With gusts supposedly this afternoon up to 50. Some sort of a red flag day. So hopefully I can get the hell out of here before it gets sketchy. 361 miles on this tank of gas. Probably need to get gas. I think I'm headed to Dodge City, Kansas now. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's Wyatt Earp and like the OK Corral, the shootout at the OK Corral. I think that happened here, or it may have happened in Tombstone, but I can't remember. I think Dodge City, Kansas is the shootout at the OK Corral. But anyway, I'm not sure how far up the road it is. We're just winging this. We'll see how this goes. It is wicked windy. There are cattle feedlots everywhere. That farm has Texas Longhorns. Wow, interesting, up there on the left in that little ravine. Haven't seen that before. What a different world this is. But Kansas, your highways are pristine. Rolling out of Dodge City, Kansas on, I think this is Route 50? Yeah, 50 East, there it is. Still whipping winds. Look at that. Look at these trees. It's nuts. I did look it up. Tombstone is the shootout at the OK Corral, but it was Wyatt Earp in Dodge City. So explains all of the feedlots I was passing. That's continues to this day, I guess, where the Texas Longhorns were driven north to get to the railroads cutting through Kansas. So that's what all the feedlots are still being used for. So it must be just the history of the trains and the train route. Anyway, looks like I got about 2.5 hours to go. I stopped and got some Wendy's. Looks like I missed my opportunity for a Freddy's steak burger. Sorry about that, Hoovie. Anyway, got the Wendy's, spilled some ketchup on my shirt. That's what I get for not going to a Freddy's steak burger. That was a slippery Holden Wendy's ketchup bed. Anyway, all right, we're off. We will 2 hours or so, and we will be in Wichita. Woo! This is now coming up. It is 3:30 Kansas time, almost 3:30. 2:30 Colorado time. That means I've been in this car a little over 7 hours today. Did stop for gasoline in Dodge City. The Prancing Moose raided Stafford County line. I have no idea where I'm at, but that's interesting because 300th Avenue was just like a mile or two back, and that was 150th Avenue. So I'm not sure what the heck we're counting them from, but that's amazing. Anyway, with all this wind, the Prancing Moose pulled 27, almost 27.5 miles per gallon on a car that's rated 19 to 26. And I can tell you that there was some spirited passing. Pretty much just been sitting here with cruise control 99% of the day. The other thing, I'm now 60 miles outside of Dodge City from filling up with gas. And saw in Dodge City, J.C. Penney, a freestanding, by itself J.C. Penney, kind of like Targets usually are. I didn't know J.C. Penney was still a thing. There's 140th Avenue, so apparently I'm 140 blocks from a major city. Oh, Maxville. Maxville's like, I don't know, 20 square blocks it looks like on the Waze map I'm pulling into here. So that's pretty awesome. They are measuring streets out. I saw 300th Avenue a ways back there. Anyway, we will keep on cruising. I'm looking at an hour and a half to get to Wichita. I did call this drive the Tornado Alley Road Trip. It is still 67 degrees out, whipping winds. You can see every single tree is leaning to the left. The trucks are leaning to the left. What a brutal day. hopefully it's looking kind of stormy and hazy. Everything kind of seems, I don't know, pale and overexposed. What a weird day. But hopefully I didn't name this Tornado Alley road trip as a premonition. We will find out. Left Boulder County, Colorado 8 hours ago. 8 hours on the road. 8 hours. It looks like it's 8 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night here. It's still 66 degrees out. It is really warm, wicked windy still. The trees are helping us out a lot though. I think I drove through South Hutchinson and got back on K96, which feels like an interstate highway. This is awesome. It's like the fastest speed limit I've had since Interstate 70, I believe. It's 70 mile an hour speed limit on here, and everything's been 65 and 55 since I got off of Interstate 70. But look at that. Yeah, that's right. That's moisture. The Tornado Alley road trip. Let's hope I wasn't a premonition on what this is going to turn into. So I don't know what your history is, Wichita, but I know we are in the tornado belt. All right, it says I am 30 miles from meeting up with Interstate 35 and 36 miles from Wichita. I think I'm going to head south into Wichita when I get to I-35. Not 100% sure. Again, I am completely winging it on Waze. All right, we'll see. We're almost there. 9 hours of wind. Craziness. All kinds of dust storms and winds. I'm checking out Wichita on my way to the Dallas Cup 2023. Wichita. Never been here before. Never even seen it. Oh, there's some cars for sale. Oh, Caddy. Check those out. But tried to find a place. I was going to caravan in the back of the Prancing Moose. Got a sleeping bag back there. And kind of felt sketched out a little bit in Wichita. I didn't really know of a good place to car camp. And I went to a Flying Eagle truck stop off of 235 somewhere, West Street somewhere. It was way sketched out, and just decided that's not gonna fly. Let's go check out a couple of rest areas and just get on 135, and now I'm on 35, heading south towards Oklahoma. I think I'm almost to Oklahoma. I think this is it right here. It's a little bit rainy. Just got flashed out for some reason. I don't know what that was all about. Welcome to Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Never been here. Never set foot in this state ever. Never touched it. You count car tires touching it, I guess that counts. But it's been raining for a while since I've been in Wichita, pretty much. Anyway, that truck stop was a little sketchy. We drove down 135, got to 35, pulled off at the service area in the middle, Bell something or other. They didn't really seem to be too inviting for me to caravan camp in the back of my Prancing Moose. So I just decided to keep on going. There's another one up here in Oklahoma, I believe. I think I got about another 40 miles to go, 34 minutes it says. And there's a rest area somewhere up here. So I plan on staying the night in Oklahoma. Hopefully I have Wi-Fi or 5G with the good bars. Because I have a mandatory 2023 Dallas Cup referee Zoom meeting coming up at 8 p.m. Central Time, which says I'm going to get there at 7:25. So my options are going to be limited to be on the Zoom call if I do not have 5G internet access for my Zoom meeting. Anyway, that's the update. We're at about, what are we? 630 miles into this trip so far, something like that. 625, 630. It's been a long day. It's hard to cover 3 states when you live in the West. That is not an easy task when states are as big in proportion as Colorado and Kansas. Anyway, all right, I'll see you all in the morning. All right, here's the lay of the land in the back of the Volvo. Here's the back door. Looking out the back window at the rest area. There's an Oklahoma sign. We are in Oklahoma. Panning left. Shove my stuff in the passenger door there. Everything's piled up. I am going to sleep, and this will give you a good angle, at a diagonal. It's not very tall in here, but I can make it work. I'm at a diagonal, so I'm on the right rear passenger side with my butt. That's where my feet are going to go, and my head's going to go on the other end of that sleeping bag, right behind the driver's seat. You see people going by on I-35 deeper into Oklahoma. But I am here for the night, going to do this Zoom meeting and hang out. I think this is the ultimate Sport Vagen Caravan. This thing is amazing. It does everything. It's fun to drive on the highway. It gets up in boogies. It does spirited passing. It got great gas mileage, 27.5 miles per gallon on that first tank with a lot of wind at my side and in my face for a big long part of that. So happy with this car. Everything's going great. Happy got the cruise control, and I'll be in Oklahoma in the morning. Going to sleep as soon as I get this Zoom call done. Be safe. All right, walking up to the accommodations this morning. It is beautiful out. Look at the accommodations that we have in the Volvo V70 2.4 turbo. Just lay at an angle. I'm 6 feet tall. I was perfectly comfortable. The big Agnes sleeping bag with the air bladder pad right there. You can see it. Way better than sleeping on that. This was perfect. Bags packed. Rearranged the bags so I can fit my feet in here. I got the ref gear on this side, clothing gear on that side, some food, computer backpack, everything's up front. Got to rearrange this now this morning. I am gotta find a Starbucks. Must find Starbucks. Oklahoma, don't make me disappointed. And within minutes, she is returned. It's a he, it's Ragnar. He is returned to sport mode. Look at that. Swedes think of everything. It's like they built in conjunction with IKEA. Look at that. It's perfect. Alright, now I gotta get some stuff out of the seats. Oklahoma cold start. What temperature do we have? 72 in the sun in the parking lot. Woo, my phone said 60 something, but that's 68 now. Alright. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Find me a Starbucks with a wicked Americano so I can stay on the road to Dallas, Texas again. Good morning, YouTube. Woo! I don't even know what hour it is, but it's cumulatively, but it's about 1 hour today. Heading south on I-35. Into the heart of Oklahoma, Oklahoma State University. I think they're called the Cowboys. Not sure. I don't know if you can see that, but about a half hour ago, 30 minutes ago, something like that, there was the first tree I've seen of the year with green leaves. And there are just hints of trees with green leaves. So welcome to spring in Oklahoma. The grass is green. The sky is still a little bit of bluish looking gray haziness. But anyway, things I know about Oklahoma, not much. I know they are the Sooners, which I think, I'm not exactly sure the story of that. They left early or something like that, so they're called the Sooners. I do remember when I was a kid, there was some sort of a controversy with a football game and the Conestoga wagon driving around on the field. I don't know what that was all about. And then there's the Cowboys. There's another school, something the Cowboys. I know they have a lot of oil and gas drilling, and I know they discovered earthquake with the gas pumping fluids, but it's kind of funny because that was discovered like in the 60s, 70s, something like that, at the Rocky Mountain Arsenal outside of Denver, Colorado. So I always thought that was kind of funny. Like, didn't they realize that was going to happen? Anyway, head through. I still have not seen a sign for a Starbucks. I'm getting closer and closer to Oklahoma City. Do not let me down, Oklahoma City. There's got to be a Starbucks. Been about another hour, about 45 minutes, I think, and I stopped. I found a Starbucks. I think I'm entering Texas. I just came through Oklahoma City. Waze is telling me entering Texas. I honestly don't know where that would be. But Waze knows more than I do. Just cruising right along here. Everything is green. Drove through some construction and the dirt was really, really red. Kind of made me wonder, is that where the Sooners get that crimson reddish color? I gotta pay attention. 35, there we go. I'm staying on I-35 to Dallas. Yeah, everybody at the Starbucks, everybody had shorts on. I'm coming from Boulder, Colorado. We are having our coldest start to a year since 1979. That goes back a ways. It's been frigid. Matter of fact, it snowed this week, and it's supposed to I think it's getting snow today, Friday or Saturday, Sunday. 2 of those 3 days are supposed to get snow, or a chance of snow in Boulder County. Anyway, I'm heading towards the sun in beautiful Dallas, Texas down here. I think still says I'm entering Texas. I don't know where that's at. I thought these things count down and that says 118, so I'm not optimistic that this is Texas. Alright, we are on hour 3, day 2, hour 3. Still in Oklahoma. It is counting down to the Texas state line, although Waze tells me 58 miles entering Texas, so that's kind of a weird message. Never seen that kind of thing before. Anyway, look how green it is. It is toasty warm out, 77 on the outside road temperature. Wicked windy. Just gotta say, filled up, stopped to get a Starbucks this morning, stopped and filled up for gas. I got the Shell 91 somewhere on the south side of Oklahoma City. I was hoping for 93 octane, but haven't found any yet, so maybe that's in Texas. Anyway, the fuel mileage, I filled up, last fill up before this Shell in Oklahoma City was Phillips 66 in Dodge City, Kansas. I don't know which one it was. I'm sure they have more than one. Filled up at a Phillips 66 near a freestanding JCPenney and a Wendy's, so that'll help it out. But my gas mileage sucked. 24.1, barely 24 miles per gallon on that tank of gas. It was wicked windy. The winds were coming from the south, just buffeting the right side of the car the entire way into Wichita yesterday late afternoon with spirited passing, and then today it is coming from the west, which means the right side of the car is getting buffeted with wind once again. It sounds like on the radio more red flag days. I'm gonna chalk this one down to just super windy. I will say this about Oklahoma though, the highways are very nice. Traffic is hauling butt. There's a ton of traffic. I mean, look at the look at the northbound lanes over there. I ain't going anywhere. Luckily, we're moving right around the speed limit, something like that. Anyway, people in the left lane here seem to stay in the left lane. They may be going the speed limit or thereabouts, and that's their speed. They're not going to the right lane, including some semis. It's been made for some interesting situations. I don't know what's up with that, but I can see just a long row of cars in the left lane. It's kind of odd. Usually in Colorado, left lane is for open defiance of the law, is what they call it. If you're not openly defying the law in the left lane, you are in the right lane or the middle lane. But obviously we don't have a middle lane here. Anyway, Oklahoma, I like it. We are moving, but there's a lot of traffic. I think I've used the cruise control today in 3 hours of driving, maybe 10 miles, 15 miles when I first left the rest area. Since then, just too much traffic. It never just opens up and stays steady. All right, we'll keep on cruising. We'll see when we get to Texas. All right, Oklahoma, we are day 2, hour 4, almost. But I gotta give you credit. I spoke too soon driving through Oklahoma City in the outskirts of how slow the left lane was. Because since I turned off that clip, it has been nothing but extremely dynamic and spirited driving. Left lane has become flat out open defiance of the law, including something I've never seen before. Not one, but 2 dually pickup trucks pulling single horse trailers, openly defying the law. I'd hate to be the horse in the back of that trailer. Lane changes, wind gussets, just bobbing that thing everywhere. And that thing was still going 85 and 90 miles an hour. I honestly didn't feel safe anywhere near those 2 big dually pickup trucks pulling those horses. I'd hate to be the horse in that setup. I'd hate to be the driver with the wind hitting it from the right-hand side. The wind is ripping. Anyway, I believe that river right there, that's the Red River. We are the stars at night, are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Actually, we're not deep in the heart of anything yet, but we're starting. There it is, Teja. All right, home of ZZ Top. That's the biggest fact I know of Texas. Anyway, I think I am 65 miles from Dallas, or from my hotel in Dallas. Anyway, be safe. Keep this cruising. I'll tune back in when we get a little bit closer. All right, welcome back. It has been, today is Saturday, April 8th. I don't remember, lost track. Got here and it was March. So I've been here, this is rolled into Dallas on Friday back in March. I think that was the 31st. Been working soccer matches since April 1st. That is 7 days working a soccer tournament, the Dallas Cup, International High-Level Youth Soccer Invitational Tournament. Very fun. I worked 6 days of actual soccer matches, 1 day of a CONCACAF referee symposium training session. Rest day, that was Thursday before we had the knockout stages. In that time period, so 6 games of active running, I worked a total of 14 matches. A referee match every day, followed up most days with a referee, and sometimes AR referee. Couple days I did get a 4th official, but there were several days of 3 matches back to back. I think I had 3 of those back to back matches. So it was a long tournament, but it was very, very, very good soccer. Happy I was down here. Fun to be in Dallas, fun to be out of the cold weather in Colorado for a little bit, get down here and get some sunburn, get some sun on the skin, and run and get some physical fitness going after I had COVID back in January. So, that being said, I finished yesterday, worked on one of the most electric atmosphere matches I have ever worked. Stuck here at a stoplight in perpetual concrete construction of Dallas traffic. I worked one of the best soccer matches I have ever worked. It was a U14 semifinal between Atlas Academy from Mexico against FC Dallas here in the US, their academy team, and the game finished 2-1. We had PA systems blasting music. It sounded like carnival. It was phenomenal. Never stopped. We had the team Atlas, their parents were, it included PA music. We had chants. We had clapping. We had the largest club banners you've ever seen on a youth soccer match on the sidelines. We had dancing. They had dance routines with the clapping and the chants. It was electric. The game was won 2-1 on an absolute banger of a goal by a U14 kid. It was phenomenal. I don't know if it was on TV, but if you can find that on ESPN Plus somewhere, or in the interwebs, look for that, because that game was phenomenal. It ended up 2-1 late. So that game was yesterday on Saturday. U14 boys semifinal, Dallas Cup. So anyway, today my tournament finished in the semifinals. I am heading down to Houston. I haven't been there since I was in college, so I'm gonna go down there and spend a day or 2 with my mom, and then proceed to head home to Colorado, where it is a lot different temperatures, a lot different climate. So anyway, fun to have you along on the trip. This adventure continues, and we're going to head to Houston, and I'm going to start the return leg. So I will check in with you when we go to Houston, or when we're leaving Houston, going back to Denver. We'll do a return road trip. It's not going to be Tornado Alley. We'll figure something else out, because as I like to say, I had never seen southern Colorado, or southeastern Colorado. I had never seen southern Kansas, and I'd never been to Oklahoma or northern Texas. And I would, in soccer terms, I now call this check complete, done. We'll go a different route on the way home.